What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we have seen some huge moves in the EV markets. Particularly, we're going to be speaking about Lucid and Mullen, which both got positive news come out. Although Lucid is now one of very few EV stocks in the red, even with this news. Mullen is having a big green day for themselves, and there is a potential catalyst coming up for all EV related stocks, a lot of charger and battery related companies in particular though. And obviously we saw cool CPI hits and broader markets are up. All in all, I think people are going to be quite happy today. Apologies for not uploading the last few days. It was my birthday last week. I was out with friends on Friday, and then I was sleeping on Saturday, and then I got sick yesterday. Well, I got sick on Sunday, just stomach issues, and then I woke up Monday still sick, and today I'm not 100%, but you know what? I gotta make a video, baby. So here we are. I'm feeling an awful lot better though. You can probably just tell by the fact I have some energy. You know those days when you wake up and it's just you feel dead? Thankfully, we're not there anymore. Really quickly, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button for more content? And if you watch this video, if you enjoy it, get some value, subscribe when you're finished watching it to come back for more content. So just before we do get into the EV specific news, of which again there is a considerable amount, S&P, Nasdaq, Dow soar after cool CPI hits. So major market averages rallied sharply on Tuesday after retail inflation rose less than expected last month. This is a good thing for very obvious reasons. We're getting another update from FOMC tomorrow in regards to basis point hikes. Everyone expects it to be lower. I don't think we're going to see any surprises, but we might do come February. So Pantheon Macroeconomics highlighted in an investor note, this report does not change tomorrow's Fed decision. They will hike by 50 basis points, which is expected, is what everybody expects to happen, which is why I don't think markets will go crazy based off of this. But Chair Powell's tone will be less aggressively hawkish than in November, which is definitely important. I remember the last one of these. I'm sure all of you guys do as well. But the last few in particular, they move markets down. And he hasn't been particularly positive in his tone, so hopefully we can see again a little bit less hawkishness tomorrow. And his more dovish colleagues likely will be emboldened by this report. We now think 25 basis point is more likely on February 1st, and we think that will be the final hike. Now, if that is to be the play that ends up happening, I think the majority of investors are going to be quite happy. It's weird to say quite happy, considering how bad these things are right now in relation to, you know, historical averages, but I still think we will be happy overall. TS Lombard's Dario Parkins tweeted, the Fed needs more than a couple of these soft CPI numbers to be sure the trend has changed. And that is quite obviously true as well. So I'm not expecting anything crazy tomorrow personally, but if there is an upset, things will go very badly. I don't think we possibly could see 25 basis points tomorrow. If we did, things would go to the moon with pretty much immediate effect. But the first piece of actual EV news I want to speak about is this one. Lucid Group stock gains 7% on supply deal with Panasonic Energy for EV batteries. Now this is an awesome one, and it's a huge name, Panasonic Energy. Everybody knows them. So the stock gained 7.3% on Tuesday, okay? Whereas as I record this now, we're only an hour and a half into market open, and it's down 1.39%. So we will take a look at the stock chart and see what maybe caused this shortly. But that is what's going on right now. They said Panasonic Energy will supply lithium-ion batteries for its full vehicle lineup, including luxury EV Lucid Air and upcoming Gravity SUV. Now this should be something that fills investors with confidence, generally speaking, because Panasonic Energy, again, is a relatively large company, so we could expect less supply chain issues than somebody who doesn't have such a good partner. Panasonic has been expanding production of lithium-ion EV batteries beyond Japan and into the US, with production coming from its facility in Japan as well as expected future production from its facility in DeSoto, Kansas. This agreement will help us meet growing demand for lithium-ion batteries as we continue to ramp production of the full Lucid Airline up in 2023 and expect to begin production of our Gravity SUV in 2024, said CEO Peter Rawlinson. I mean, all in all, a good piece of news. As an investor, it's something I would like to see. It's something that I'm happy to see. And I'm surprised to see this pullback, in all honesty. I would have thought they could have held green, especially on a relatively good day, and then potentially tomorrow see that pullback. That's what these EV stocks have generally been doing lately. And yeah, if we go ahead over and look at the chart, there's not any real reason to say why they haven't stayed green. It's not like, you know, there's a short-term resistance even. It's just been a terrible downward move for them over the last few months. Again, I don't know what to tell you guys. This is just one of those things, one of those times where, you know, news comes out and it doesn't really affect anything. Maybe we'll see the opposite of what we generally see. Maybe it's going to be red on the news and people will buy it up tomorrow. But that is the piece of Lucid news. And again, as a long-term investor, this is a good piece of news for you guys to see. That's all you really need to know. Mullen Stock gains as the automotive firm signs first US dealer partner. So they're up about 11% right now. They've signed Randy Marion Automotive Group as its first US dealer partner. They will serve as the first dealer group partner for the automotive's first commercial EV lineup set to launch in the US in 2023. And that's the real news we got. This will include all of their commercial EV lineup, so the Class 1 to 3 cargo van and cab chassis offerings, and Bollinger Motors Class 4 to 6 chassis products as well. So it's including everything. And here's what they had to say in regards to partnering with Mullen. We are impressed with Mullen Automotive's EV lineup, their speed to market, and most notably, their focus on an underserved commercial market for EV vehicles. This is especially obvious when you consider what has taken place in the Class 1 light cargo van category. OEMs have all exited from the commercial Class 1 van segment, leaving the door wide open for Mullen's EV lineup. Now, obviously, they're going to have to speak very positively here. This could kind of go for anyone who does a similar thing to Mullen. But yeah, I mean, Mullen, to be fair, the stock price doesn't show it whatsoever, but they've been putting some work in behind the scenes without a doubt. Now, this did obviously affect that stock price. You can see it was up to as much as about 23 cents, with recent lows being all the way down at just below 18 cents. So Mullen, I know it doesn't look like it here, but still volatile as ever. There still is 10 to 30% swings here on a regular basis. I still personally do not plan on touching it. Maybe I'll come to regret that in years, but who knows? At the moment, I'm still personally staying away. And then the third bigger piece of news, that isn't quite news yet, that's tangible, but it will be soon. Balta, Fuel Cell Energy, and Blink Charging rally ahead of government EV tax credit update. And you can see Chargepoint up 3.5% today, outperforming pretty much everyone aside from Mullen. That I'm covering at least. You see Fuel Cell doing better as well. Some other companies, just when it comes to the big names. Electric battery stocks and select EV component suppliers moved higher on Monday afternoon, with the Treasury Department expected to issue guidance providing further details on the electric vehicle tax credit eligibility. The new guidance is anticipated to specify requirements around battery and mineral content. So this could end up working out well or poorly for any given company. One such as Chargepoint, it's hard to know what way it's going to go, in all honesty, since they are working pretty much all across the world. It's not just US based, but I think it's going to inevitably end up being good for all of these different EV companies, battery suppliers, whoever it is. So that means that there is some important news to look forward to tomorrow as well, my friends. Okay, this is coming soon, but remember, FOMC meeting tomorrow. If stocks are this green today and tomorrow goes worse than expected, we can expect a big juicy red day. But if things go as expected, we have to see some more positive news. People start reading into CPI a little bit more. The people who were in work when this news came out and things of the like. So we may well start seeing some buyer pressure, in my opinion, across the board tomorrow. Not just for EV stocks. Maybe not even for EV stocks, but generally speaking across the board. And then Tesla's had a couple of days. And again, it seems to be a lot to do with Elon Musk and Twitter, as opposed to the actual company, their actual fundamentals, their actual business. But yeah, you can see that 2 days from 176 to currently at 162. Very poor, still strongly in that downward trend on the daily chart. Even though they've been doing a lot of good things, they're starting to become a little bit more attractive in general for all investors, I would say. The longer this downtrend goes on, I think the more potentially generational wealth that will be built at the bottoms. If it keeps going down sub 150, I mean, it's going to become very attractive to a lot of people. That's all I'll say. But anyway, my friends, that's just my first video back. Apologies for being out of the swing of it the last few days. But again, it was my birthday and then I was sick. But I made sure we're back to it now, and you can expect daily content again, my friends. Even coming into Christmas, I'm sure there'll be a few days off here and there, but we're back, baby. If you did enjoy, again, please, all I ask is you hit that like button and subscribe if you want more content. There's plenty more to come. If you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me, and I'm going to see you for another video very soon, hopefully. Peace.